India is set to achieve another landmark in its fight against COVID-19 because the vaccination program will now finally begin from January 16. In the first phase of the rollout, 3 crore health workers and frontline workers will be vaccinated. Prime Minister has also termed it a landmark step in fighting COVID-19. And of course, in the coming days, in 1 week's time that is still remaining, there are more details that are going to be given as far as India's drive is concerned. Several of such drives have begun in many other countries, but the sheer size and number in India is fascinating. 30 crore is the number of population members that could get vaccinated in the first phase. That could include not just the healthcare workers and sanitation workers, but also those with comorbidities and those in the high-risk age group. That number is said to be greater than the entire populations in many countries. Dr. Shashank Joshi from the Department of Diabetology and Endocrinology, Lilavati Hospital and Research Center is joining us live right now. Dr. Joshi, your first thoughts. You know, the entire world has seen an accelerated way in which vaccines have been approved and have rolled out. And India could really benefit with the vaccination finally beginning because its population is so large. By and large, though, we've done well in keeping our morbidity rates low. Even the infection rates are now low. But vaccine is absolutely necessary as far as the final step in this fight is concerned.
Shivani ji, thank you so much. And I think it's a very proud moment and we are proud to be Indians. I think we have taken a lot of positive direction and steps and we are a world leader. You know, every second vaccine on planet Earth is of Indian origin. We have developed some very excellent indigenous vaccines. We have partnered with the best global researchers to make the best vaccines on planet Earth. And we are embarking the largest vaccination program on planet Earth. So I think we should be very proud that our whole country and all the governments, including our Prime Minister, under his stewardship, we will start the vaccination rollout. He has been very, very careful. India has been very cautious and careful in its vaccine strategy and approach. And first, of course, it will be a very calibrated and stepwise approach. First to the healthcare workers, COVID frontline warriors, and then all the vulnerable groups. You're also very right that COVID recovery has been one of the best in the world. We have done far better than United States, United Kingdom, and Europe. And it should be a very proud moment that the world's largest vaccine manufacturer will roll out the world's largest vaccination program. And remember, even WHO has praised us for smallpox eradication, for polio eradications. So actually, we are the world leaders in vaccination and vaccine production both. And we should be very proud of this moment.
Absolutely. And we have great experience in this, especially when it comes to launching such programs for a large population. Remember, only recently the polio program has achieved 100% success. But I wanted to ask you, the Indian government has maintained that safety is paramount. There were some concerns raised over the vaccines, especially the Bharat Biotech vaccine, which is still in its clinical trial phase 3. It's going to complete it. They've started on it. The first dose has been given to several members of the 25,000 strong trial group. And of course, they will continue to come out with their numbers. But at this stage, would you like to give out a message at all about the safety in general that will not be compromised as far as these vaccines are concerned? Because in recent past, some doubts have been raised in the public's mind.
So Shivani ji, I am very clear. From day one, I have said I wouldn't mind taking both the vaccines. And I think that's something which is very clear.
Yeah.
I think the Oxford vaccine has been tested outside of India, in UK, Brazil, South Africa, and United States. And also within India, they have shown some immunogenicity data. Their phase 2, phase 3 clinical trial is ongoing. It is safe.
Yes.
And the Bharat Biotech vaccine also has been, for the phase 3, 21,500 patients have been vaccinated. And it's in a clinical trial mode. So I think we are cautious. We are following the highest standards under the Drug Control General of India's supervision. I have full faith in our regulatory system that the highest standards of safety have been maintained. Remember, this vaccine is an inactivated killed vaccine. And it acts, the best side effect it can get is some pain at injection site or maybe a little bit of fever compared to the other vaccine, which is an adenovector platform from chimpanzee. So both these vaccines are safe. Look at the mRNA platform which Pfizer and Moderna are giving. They are actually mimicking a COVID which is happening. And we are seeing so many cases of anaphylaxis being reported from them. Of course, we are developing our own mRNA platform also. And I would not like to comment on the other vaccines. But by and large, vaccination is far better than getting the disease itself, because we want to save every life which matters. And I think currently the vaccines, the three vaccines, which in a stepwise fashion, first being the Covishield from Serum, followed by, of course, the Bharat Biotech's Covaxin, followed by Zy-Cov-D of Zydus, are in a stepwise manner, in a phased manner under clinical trial program. These three will get approved. I'm certain Sputnik will get approved, and I'm certain that Pfizer mRNA also might get approved, and all the vaccines will be safe. I don't see challenges with safety at all. There may be challenges with efficacy, but I think vaccination is here to stay, and I think we will be vaccinated.
Okay. That's a very important point you make, that safety is not an issue, efficacy may be, but there are obviously several candidates that have reported efficacy figures from anywhere from 70% to 95%. Those are, of course, varying. I just want to ask you a final question, Dr. Joshi, that according to you, to achieve the so much talked about herd immunity, what percentage of the population do you think India will need to vaccinate, let's say, by the end of June this year or by the end of 2021?
So on definition of herd immunity of COVID, world's best scientists, including Anthony Fauci, have failed. They said first 60%, then they upgraded to 70%. Now they have put it at 80%. I personally feel in geographies of Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, we already have geographic pockets where we have achieved 70-75%, and there's already herd immunity existing there. But we cannot be careless, we cannot be reckless. We must follow COVID appropriate behavior. The best vaccine for this year is we'll continue vaccine. Despite of vaccine, our best vaccine is masking. If we continue masking for a year, I don't see any challenges. And I think herd immunity has already arrived. If you ask me my personal opinion as a scientist, I think we need at least 70 to 75% of the population to have antibodies to call it herd immunity. And that is very likely to happen. And in some geographies, probably it has already happened. For example, slums of Dharavi, it has happened. Cheetah Camp, it has happened. I can name different parts of Mumbai where herd immunity has already been reached.
That would mean nearly 1 billion people to be vaccinated in India. That is, of course, a humongous challenge. I think roughly the government has given themselves about 6 months to at least vaccinate the 30 crore people that they have outlined for the first phase, who are both the frontline workers, high-risk groups, comorbidity induced groups. And they would want to ensure that that is done. And every person needs 2 jabs. So 30 crore people means 60 crore shots have to be given in a quick amount of time. Dr. Joshi, thanks a lot for speaking to us for the meantime.